What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Restaurant Stories and Eats. I'm here with Ice Cafe and Grill again. This is the Road to 10 anniversary storytelling segment. We met with Fumi last time. It was a great conversation, casual conversation, where we spoke about her story, where she came from, and how she even got involved with Ice Cafe and Grill. Like I said, I love this place. I love the food here. I love the culture. I love the whole experience. And today, we're meeting with the executive chef. The executive chef, very cool individual. The executive chef, James. How you doing today? How's everything going with you?
I'm doing well. Everything is great.
That's great.
Nice
That's
to be
great.
here.
That's great. Thank you for being here, for one, and taking your time out your day in the morning to speak with me and everything like that. It's going to be a casual conversation. I want to get to know you, and they want to get to know you too as well.
Okay, cool.
What's your story? How did you even get started with being a chef? And take us back to the beginning if you can.
Okay. That's a long story. Been in this business a very long time. I kind of grew up in the family business. My family had a restaurant, and from there, it's kind of loved the whole restaurant part of it. I've basically done everything in the restaurant, from front desk to serving to everything that involves a restaurant. I officially wanted to get my degree, so I went to culinary school, went to La Cordon Bleu. Got my degree in culinary blue to become an executive chef. So that's what I did. My auntie is a good family member of the owner of Ice Cafe, and I just started out as a consultant. I just wanted to come in and consult for a while, and then next thing you know, it was like a good marriage together, and I just came on full time and kind of been here ever since.
That's cool. That's cool. Like I told you off camera, I thought going to the culinary school and everything. I thought it was you just trying to get better at being a chef and everything like that. What was it like? What made you even want to take that step into going to culinary school, and what inspired you to even make that jump, make that leap?
Like I said, been in the business for a long, long time, but knowing the books and the numbers and the costing, those are the things I wasn't aware of. In order to run a successful business, you have to know your numbers.
Right.
Anybody can, well, I shouldn't say anybody, but it takes a skill and a talent to cook food, but it takes another quality to actually know the books and see if you're actually making money or not making money.
Right.
And that's what a basic executive chef does. Kind of oversees all the cooking. Most people, when they see me, they think I'm doing all this cooking. No, I'm not doing all the cooking. I have a big staff out here that does the cooking. We got people from their special countries that doing the food. Make sure everything is ordered properly. The ingredients is there. That's basically it's the job of the executive chef. The scheduling, everything like that.
What was it like the first day initially? Like, was it
man.
like crazy? Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Or like, what was it like the first day in culinary school?
It was a day in culinary school. In
Yes.
culinary schools, I'm familiar with most of the stuff, but it's just you're around so many different backgrounds from the culinary field. And once I got out of culinary school, I fell in love with the hotel business. I loved the catering part of it. So that's basically what my background. I had an internship. So my internship, I went out to Hilton Head Beach.
Okay.
I worked with Starwood Properties. So I basically worked with all the major hotels, from the West End to the W, the Peachtree Plaza, the Marriott, every hotel on the planet. I love the traveling part of it. And like I said, once I finished all the traveling and learning all the different meals and different things, then I came back home and like I said, got introduced to this place and kind of fell in love with this place. So it's been a good, wonderful experience.
Like traveling, right? You said traveling.
Yes.
What was it like? So mentally, seeing this all these different types of food and different types of cuisines that were created. What was it like for you mentally when you saw all these things and coming back and applying it to your craft? Like,
Exactly.
how was that?
Exactly. So this place was a big challenge because I wasn't as familiar with this food, having an Italian background, American background, and this food was totally different, and I wanted to learn it. It was a big challenge for me to learn it, find out everything about it. So I'm a student of the food. So once I learned it, I learned the culture, I learned the people, and that's what mostly I fell in love with. Is their culture, their people, and their food. So that's what's inspiring.
Gotcha. You went to school, proceed, you're going through life and everything. Somehow you land here. How was the process of you even getting involved with this establishment, getting involved with Ike's and everything like that?
Like I said, it was a challenge. Like I said, once I came here, I didn't know too much about, the place. I kind of knew a little bit, so I had to get into my books, had to get into my learning, had to get on the computer, I had to kind of find out the language. The language is one of the biggest challenges, speaking the Tree. And it's not just the Tree language, it was just, so many different languages. And I had to kind of learn them all because you got people from Liberia and Nigeria and Ghana, and I had to kind of learn all their languages, and they had to learn my language as well. So that was one of the biggest challenges. So now, everything is really great now. Yeah, really great.
It's always weird trying to blend into a new place and everything
Absolutely.
like that. So as far as just, what made you feel comfortable here? Like initially, like when you first got here, how did you what was the process like getting comfortable and getting in the swing of things and everything like that?
Well, what I always say is food is food. Once, like I said, the school teaches you the basics is always going to be the basics, So once I'm confident in the food, it doesn't matter what food, what country it comes from. I can be able to prepare that food or learn about that food and know everything about that food to make it a plate, make it a meal. So the biggest thing for me is my confidence and my background in education and knowing food in general.
Another thing that interests me as well is as far as being here, right?
Right.
What was some of your favorite moments here?
Wow.
Being in the back and also coming out here too. Give us like maybe two of your favorite moments here.
Right. Okay. Favorite moment here. Again, it all boils down to the people. Just the greeting that they give you when you walk in the door. If they haven't seen you in a while and you walk back in the door, you haven't seen you in 3 days. They greet you like they haven't seen you in years.
Right.
And there's always, I can never get over that.
Right.
Every time I'm going for a weekend, hey, so I just love it every time I hear it. And, the events that they put on, from the live music and the customers, when I walk out and the customers greet you like they know me, and it's fun just going out there and just seeing the customers and the customers greeting you. But those are always favorite moments for me, from the staff greeting you to the customers greeting you. So those are my favorite moments.
That's good.
Yeah.
You probably feel like it makes you even more inspired to do what you do even more, just getting those greetings and having those interactions.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking with the owner and everything like that and dealing with, the COVID situation. How was that? How are you affected with the pandemic and everything like that? And, with being a chef, what was that like for you? Because I like to get people's perspectives on that because everybody was affected in different ways.
Right. And that's the funny thing about this particular place. COVID affected us in a good way and not a bad way. We kind of learned a lot about ourselves, and actually our business kind of took off even further during the COVID. Like I said, most people were shutting down. We was remodeling,
Right.
So people was like, "Dang, how they remodeling?" And the kitchen never stopped. So we just found it was a whole big take-out part of the business. So the kitchen never slowed down. The dining room, of course, yes, because of COVID. But our business increased even more because people have a desire and a taste for this food. So that didn't stop anything for us. The COVID didn't. It didn't affect us in a way that it affected other people. It kind of helped us grow a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, so it was good.
So now, you've done so much, all your accomplishments and everything. What are you looking forward to now? Like, what are you looking forward to? You've done so much now as far as a chef. You've traveled places. You've worked in high intensity environments, right?
Right.
What does it look like for you now? What are some of your dreams, aspirations now? What things you want to do? Because you've accomplished a lot.
Right. So now it's basically taking this place and moving into multiple locations. And being able to, that's one thing I haven't done is manage multiple locations. So that seems like it's another challenge and another quest for me. If they can get 4 and 5 or 10 restaurants open and kind of oversee some of those restaurants. And that's kind of a challenge I'm looking forward to.
I'm excited for you, because I've been around. Like my grandfather, he came over here from the Bahamas,
Okay.
and he owned a restaurant. He came over here too,
Okay.
but that was before Louisville my time. So I always wanted to learn more about that and everything,
Okay.
as far as what it's like being in those environments. Now that I'm getting more of a feel for it and
Right.
everything like that. So as you, being training up the ones that's in the future, the ones that's coming up and everything like that. Have you dibbled and dabbled with that so far yet?
Well, that's part of the job. The part of the job is not to keep all the information to yourself. It is to teach. Again, you can't do it all yourself. It's only one you. So
Right.
your job as executive chef is to teach and train and help maintain that particular style.
Right.
So that's what we do. We teach and train them up, give them to pass our knowledge along. So that's what we do.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
My final question: what do you have to say to the people, the future restaurant owners, the current restaurant owners, and those that are trying to become chefs,
Okay.
the executive chef level that you're at?
Okay.
What do you have? What message do you have for them?
Be true to your trade. Be true to the trade. Take care of your people, and you'll see yourself grow. Don't work to earn. Work to learn, and then the money's gonna come. The money will always come.
You hear that? Money's gonna come. It may take a long time. Maybe you may get just annoyed, frustrated, distracted. The money's gonna come, but the love starts first.
It's the money.
Yeah, just learn and love what you do, and everything's gonna work out for you.
Yes, sir.
Great conversation with our executive chef, James. This is Restaurant Stories East. This is a Road to 10 anniversary for Ice Cafe and Grill. So much more in store, more interviews to come. Thank you again, Chef James.
Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
Enjoy
again.
your day.
All right. Thanks again.
See you guys in the next one.